This clip is the ForceDex. It's going to measure peak power and jump height. The athlete's going to do a counter movement jump with their hands on their hips, as we see here. They're going to jump 3 times, and that's going to also give us a reading about asymmetries as well. This is the NORD board. It's going to measure hamstring strength as well as hamstring asymmetries from an isometric prone position. Next, we have the force frame that will measure abductor and adductor strength and asymmetries. The athlete will squeeze and pull into the machine for the readings. The 5-10-5 will measure an athlete's agility as well as their ability to create and absorb force efficiently. Lastly, we are doing the 10 and 30 meter sprint. This will measure acceleration, max speed, and max velocity. Here we see the athlete's individual scorecard. The left side shows the strength and power measurements. The middle shows the sprint, agility, and endurance measurements. And the right side shows the team averages as well as the age averages. If we look on the top left, we see the hamstring average force. That's 202 newtons on the left side and 211 on the right. And if we look on the top right side, we notice the team average is 224, meaning it will be beneficial for this athlete to increase their hamstring strength to see these numbers get as close to 224 as possible. They have an asymmetry of 4% on the right side, meaning the right side is stronger. In this particular situation, we want the asymmetries to be below 10%, so this is completely fine. Anything over 10% is considered a red flag as a potential risk of injury, and we would want to balance out those asymmetries. This athlete did not do the hip testing. However, their jump height was 31 centimeters, and their peak power was 52.9. We'd like to see both these numbers increase as training goes on. The peak power essentially measures how quickly they can get up into a triple extension, which basically correlates to their ability to quickly and efficiently produce force. We see takeoff and landing. This is if the athlete is favoring one side or the other. So in this situation, the athlete is favoring their right side on takeoff, and they're basically favoring their left side on their landing. So they're absorbing more force their right side. So they're absorbing more force with their right side when they land. We would like to see the athlete work on some eccentric exercises as well as force absorption exercises to balance out that force absorption capability. So we'd like to see that right number go down to as close to 0 as possible. The middle column has the sprint numbers as well as their team rank. So this athlete got 1.944 on the 10 and 4.72 on the 30. If we look on the yellow box on the right side, we see the team and the age averages. So within the team rank, it could be a little tricky because sometimes it could be a tenth of a second or less that separates like 4th to 8th place. So it's important that you're taking a look at the averages as well. Pro agility is how to measure their agility, or the 5-10-5 test. We have a team rank in there as well. And their BEEP test is their endurance test that has a team rank and a team average as well. Based on the results, we give our recommendations about what to do for the hamstrings, the hips, and the landing and takeoff. So we see in this situation, the athlete should increase their hamstrings, maintain adductor, increase the left side abductor and overall strength, and focus on eccentric and force absorption exercise. We do the same with sprint and agility impressions. This athlete should focus on their change of direction and become more consistent in their change of direction technique. Likely because their sprinting and their BEEP test were pretty decent, these would be the main areas to focus on. Now that we have all this data, what do we do with it? Well, we provided various exercises that could help with mobility, ankle strengthening, quad and patella pain, and we also provided videos for all those as well. Some of these you could do every day. Some we only recommend to do a few times a week. And the benefit again is that we have videos for every single one for you to follow along with. Also, if your numbers were low, we have our in-house physical therapist, Dr. TJ Martino, that provides hamstring, abductor, and adductor work that can help strengthen. We also provided sprint and conditioning exercises, as well as lifts. I don't recommend doing the lift without consulting myself first to make sure that you're advanced enough to do it. And if you have any questions, you could always shoot me an email Mike at ap2t.net. Thank you for your time.